Our next honoree is Dan Francis, a fellow from the School of Applied Studies. Dan received a bachelor's degree in social work in 2004 and a master's degree in social work in 2005, both from Washburn. Dan came to Washburn in 2000 after serving 20 years in the United States Army. He was a senior and chief instructor of the Military Intelligence Corps NCO Academy, where he trained non-commissioned officers in leadership and advanced technical subjects. He finished his military career supervising an intelligence staff as a non-commissioned officer in charge. Dan then began helping veterans at the Colmery O'Neill VA Medical Center while earning his degrees at Washburn. He said this: "Every class I took at Washburn contributed to the person I am today. Professor Emeritus Donna Love, the founder of the social work department, who sadly passed away, was the first person I met in the department. She inspired me. She encouraged me to go to Cambridge University for study abroad. She was my mentor and later became my friend." As a student, Dan was a member of Washburn's Phi Alpha Social Work Honor Society, the Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, Sagamore, and the Washburn Student Social Work Association. After graduation, he worked at the Family Service and Guidance Center, where he worked with children as a staff clinician and crisis clinician in outpatient psychotherapy. Mark Kaufman, associate professor and chair of Washburn's Department of Social Work, said the following about Dan: "We remember the tremendous enthusiasm that you brought to your studies as you transitioned into a second career. You also brought a great deal of wisdom, intelligence, and heart to your classroom studies. Never have I heard more positive things about the contributions of a mental health social worker in this community than I have about you. You helped so many children and so many families during times of great need." Dan remains licensed and participates in numerous social policy advocacy endeavors. Among his military honors, there are 3 Meritorious Service Medals, 3 Army Commendation Medals, and 2 Army Achievement Medals. We are pleased to honor Dan Francis as a Washburn Alumni Fellow.
Dr. Farley, honored alumni fellows, the Alumni Association, Dr. Master Instructor, Susie Hoffman, Danny Funk, Dean Munzer, Dr. Kaufman, distinguished guests. No one gets to be a social worker on their own. I first have to thank God and my mother, who taught me the meaning of unconditional love by example. Mr. A.J. Feldman, my vocational rehabilitation and employment counselor, believed in me and made it possible for me to come to Washburn University after I retired. Dr. Mary McCoy, Professor Emeritus of Biology, took her class out into the grass at Stopper Hall to look for insects with magnifying glasses. That inspired an idea that I would later use at Family Service and Guidance Center and work with children and adolescents challenged with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I showed them that they could focus on one thing at one time. And after I'd worked with them for a couple of weeks, I took their parents out and showed their parents that they could focus on one thing at one time. So Dr. McCoy, who isn't here today, she's retired now, continues on with me in my career. In the social work department, Professor Carl Myers showed me the importance of including social policy and advocacy in my practice. Dr. Basma Shipley expanded my worldview Both later became my mentors. Dr. Mark Kaufman, the social work department chair, encouraged me to apply for the postgraduate fellowship at Family Service and Guidance Center, where I was again surrounded with mentors, including Nancy Crago, who asked me to join her team working with children from birth to 6 and their families. Finally, I have to thank Professor Emeritus Donna Love, the founder of our social work program. She was the first person I met when I entered Menton Hall. She was a Washburn alumni, social work pioneer. She took me to study abroad at Cambridge University. She was my date when I became the social work department's first inductee into the Psychotherapy Honor Society. Every class I took at Washburn University contributed to the social worker I am today. It's been wonderful to watch Washburn grow, and I look forward to a continued relationship with Washburn University.